Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Brian from Penang. Okay, first of all, wish everyone a happy new year for 2022. Right. So, wish you all have a prosperity years and healthy in years 2022. All right. So, may I know anyone is first time in joining our Zoom? Okay, this is our first Zoom in year 2022. Okay, tonight is our first Zoom, which is also my first time become MC for Dr. Prabhu. Okay, so I think been a while. Okay, we didn't hear from a doctor. Okay, because we know that. Okay, in the mid of December, we in Klang area we are facing a very serious floods in Klang area. So Dr. Ravu also have a campaigns. Okay, have a donations to help those families that their house been floods. Okay, need some goods. Okay, so I think Dr. Prabhu is been doing well in that. So to help around in Klang area families. Okay. So tonight we can learn from Dr. Prabhu again. Okay, which is in a new year we begins. Okay, in a new era. Okay, so I think doctor is ready. Okay, so if you are ready, okay, please give triple eight in our chat room to show that you are ready for doctor's speech and sharing for tonight. Okay, if you have any question want to ask doctor, please key in your question in the chat box. Okay, so doctor will answer your question after the sharing section. Okay, so back to you, doctor.
Thank you. Brian, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Fantastic. I think this is something very beautiful that I am blessed that we are starting off with the Zoom, and then today I am the first person in our whole Terahertz family that I am giving a sharing and presentation. Thank you so much. I think it's awesome to be with beautiful people like you, George. You know, there are hordes of people who have been fantastic. And as you said very beautifully, we all, it was the biggest challenge that nature gave us, and then we all had to, adjust a little bit and then, try to do something from our side. Still, people are suffering without proper drinking water. And even today, a few people came and picked up the water and went. I have just given them. So anyway, the most beautiful part of our journey is that we do celebrate the new year. Now the beauty is wishing you and every beautiful soul down there happy new year. And then from my side, there's a lot of beautiful things we all can share. But one particular thing is been taunting in my mind is yeah, we do celebrate new year on the 1st January is also beautiful, right? But what I was really wondering was, other than human beings, just let's assume that the animals, the birds, the plants, and all the other things do not know that yesterday was 1st of January and it's a new year. For them, it's just another day that the sun rises and they all have to go out, probably look for a prey and have their whatever they have to eat, go back to the nest and sleep back. But it was only human beings that we had to, something like this, wherein we think that a new year is a day where we are going to change everything. But in reality, nothing is changing except that the day changed and then we all feel that it is a new year. But from my side, let me tell you, unless you change your mindset for something new, terahertz is there. Terahertz come, it's almost 2 years now, but still we see feel that there are a lot of people don't know that there is something called terahertz resonated water, and what are the benefits of this water, and how good it is that when we consume this water, how can it help our health. Not many people know. Now why is that? The reason is most of us are so busy in our own beautiful ways that we do not share the beautiful things, and then we have been in our own journey. But all said and done, let's do something. As I said, the topic for today is, beginning of a new era. Now, beginning of a new era is, of course, if you look at 2022, what's the difference that, we've completed 21 and we have come to 22? What's a big deal? Yes, there is a big deal. The reason is, number one, we all were facing this so-called COVID situation from it's so-called COVID-19, from 2019, then 20 came, 21 came. We were totally handicapped. Totally means our arms were totally cuffed. You and I cannot do anything. Uh, we are supposed to wear a mask wherever go. Have you been immunized? There's so many things, and the most challenging part was getting scary news that so many people died of COVID. So many complications. People who go to the hospital don't come back. Now, this is something which I think we have been jolted to the maximum. We don't know what to do. Now, in this situation, we can do something. There is always a ray hope. There is always a beautiful, what I would say, silver lining in the dark cloud. It's always there. And just give me a minute. I need to switch on my. I'm sorry, my laptop, this one was not on the charge. It's okay. Okay, now in that way, the challenge we all were facing and we are all were going through is every one of us, including in our medical profession, we did go through our practices were much lower, and then, but with all that we still sailed, and of course we had the beautiful situation of getting into a new year, and then we have started moving forward. One of the most beautiful I always feel is that I entered into this called epigenetic solutions. This is something 6 years I've been practicing, and then I feel very contented that there is something I can do it, and there is something which is my reach, and there is something which every human being can look into and then start working on those areas so that you become more healthier. On one side, whether you like it or not, there are a lot of diseases available. There are a lot of, like, right now the Omicron, which is supposed to be a much more serious, much more faster spreading. It's all there. But what you and I can do, I am sitting here in this place, you're all sitting in your own home. Now, how are you going to handle the situation? We can handle it. The only way is, look at what you eat from morning until now. What did you eat? What are the ways you have hydrated your body? What kind of water were you drinking? Is it a filtered water? So like this, there are so many areas which you and I can do it on our own. This one, nobody can force us and say don't do it. This is something within our reach. So in that way, when you're looking at the epigenetic solution, this is something which is there within our reach. Like your food, what you eat is within you. This is one of the epigenetic factors. Water is another very, very important epigenetic factor, and it's been there right from the human race was created, maybe millions of years ago. Water was still there, and then from there until now, we are still have to drink water, and we have to move forward. The only challenge you and I are facing is, those days there was no filtration system. They were just by the side of a river. They used to just pick the water, and then probably they.
I think Dr. Prabhu's laptop is run off battery, so we are waiting. Okay, so give doctor some time to turn on his laptop.
Just 1 minute. Brian, 1 minute. My humble apologies. This guy, my computer just shut down.
Yeah, I know that.
No, there's some wired issue there. I'm so sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Very sorry. Anyway, it's okay. I will definitely. Okay, now the biggest challenge that we all have been going through is between 19 is with this guy, so-called COVID, and this fellow really you know, made us to change the way we are thinking and then the way we are walking our life. Now, very simple. We have to look new ways to keep ourselves healthy. You have no choice. I have no choice. Now, as long as you are healthy, nobody can come and touch you. No diseases can come and touch you. No viruses, no bacteria, no fungus. Those guys cannot even come near you. Now, when that is there, what do we do? The simplest thing is, of course, begins when you start looking in for, newer ways of looking how to be healthy. But today, if you look at with the 2 years of situation, everybody wants to become more healthier, and they don't want even go to the hospital side to get treated for even for minor ailments because scared of it. Because everyone goes there, some test will happen, and then suddenly they say it's positive, and then you get admitted. After that, the complication. So what shall we do? There needs to be an action. What action can you do? The only way you all can do, or every way human beings can do, is you have to get the knowledge. Now, what is the knowledge? How to be healthy. Of course, you go into the Google, there are a lot of videos available where people are talking about good health, people are talking about nutrition. It's there. But what suits you? What is the best option available for you? And how do you apply it practically, and what are the best options you have in Malaysia or Singapore, wherever you live? What do? So learning becomes a lifelong process for you to move forward. So what shall we do? In this, there is something, a very, very simple concept of life. It's called the cycle of life on Mother Earth. There is only three things happening on this earth continuously for every human being. Number one, you need to have a desire. Okay, what is the desire? Let's have, okay, fine, I want to be healthy. Now, you want to be healthy, what do you want to do? So, there is a sudden popping of messages on your WhatsApp. Hey, today there is a Zoom meeting, something called beginning of a new era in the Terahertz group, and then Dr. Prabhu is going to speak. Now what happens? This advertisement or this message, what happens is you need to create a desire. So such of those who are all here, you would have put a desire. Okay, we have not heard from Dr. Prabhu for a very long time, and then let us go on. So the desire you had, right? So what did you do is, with the desire, you need to put it into action. That is the second step of your journey. What did you do? Hey, today I think 2nd of January, I think Dr. Prabhu might give something very a new information or something different he might give. Let's go. So what you need to do, switch on your computers, log into the Zoom and then get inside. Now you're all put in the action, you're down there. Now the third thing will happen. What is the third thing is the knowledge. Now what is that? What am I sharing? What Brian is sharing down there? What other people are going to share on this platform here is a knowledge what you will get. Now the moment you get the knowledge, what are you going to do is you still have to put another desire. For those people, for example, you don't have a device of terahertz resonator. You don't have. But you came down, you saw everything, and then you picked up the knowledge. Hey, this terahertz gives such a beautiful benefit of health. A lot of benefits have been seen in diseases, and you can become more healthier. What do you need to do? You need to put a desire once again. What is a desire? Number one, either you need to pick up the water and then drink it up and then see what is the difference, or number two, you can say, hey, I don't need to wait for just buying the water. I rather buy the device, because buying the device, it's not only I get the benefit, my whole family can get the benefit. And not only my whole family, if my neighbors, my friends, and with this flooding situation, you definitely can donate water, wherein you just pack the water and just go and give it to people. One of the best donations or charity you can do is giving water free to the people, wherein when they drink the water, at least there are a lot of good benefits. So what happens, have to put a desire to go for the instrument. So the moment you put, what you need to do, you need to put an action once again, right? What action are you going to put? You need to connect to the people who invited you, and then you have to ask them, okay fine, I need to buy the instrument, what do I do? So once again what they will do, okay fine, you put in the money and this is what you will do. So what happens, the knowledge is you have to pump it, bank in the money. Then after that what happens, then automatically the company will send, all the person who recommended will definitely send the machine to you. Now once the machine is sent to you, what happens, the next desire for you is, hey, how do I use the instrument? So what you will ask the person, hey, come on, show me how do I use the, so automatically he will show you and he will go off. So what you need to do is you need to put it into action, isn't it? So what action are you going to put? You will collect the water in the jug and then put the machine down there, and then probably if you have a power bank, just put it on and then press the button there and wait for 3 minutes, the blue light blinking down there, and then after 3 minutes, okay, take it out and then put it in water and try to drink and see. That's the action you're going to do. Now action you put, now what knowledge did you get by drinking the water? By drinking the water you feel, hey, wow, I feel a little nice, and probably I feel a little energetic, and probably I feel a little nice, this water. So when you drink, you have, what happens, the next desire, once again there should be a desire, isn't it? What happens, what's the desire you will have? Hey, this water is so good, I feel so nice. After drinking for probably a week, what you will feel, hey, I need to talk to my friend. So the desire is you need to talk to your friend or to your relative or to your neighbor. Then the desire has to be fulfilled, isn't it? So what you need to do, once again, go back to the action. So either you call the friend or you go back to your neighbor and you take the instrument and you show them and you give them a sample of water and tell them, drink and see how do you feel. Now what happened, they also drink and they also got a information about this, they got a knowledge. So what they need to do, once again, they need to put a desire to buy the instrument or to buy the water, whatever. See, ultimately if you see, this is a cycle of thing, everywhere it is happening. This is what we human beings are doing all the while. Put a desire, put it into action, get the knowledge, go back to the desire. So this cycle goes on and on and on. But many times what happens is, when it comes up to the knowledge, today let me be a little clear on this subject. Knowledge, especially the knowledge which you can be picked up very freely on the internet through the social media. There are a lot of information, fake information, which is available in the media. But what happens is, when you are not clear of those information, you get emotionally little upset, or maybe emotionally little concerned, and things can go a little when it is something not favorable for you. Like for example, if probably people might say, hey, after drinking this water I had this issue, I had this issue, I had this issue, or maybe someone. But in reality, what is it? Unless you go down and then find out what exactly is the situation, because always if 100 people are going to drink this water, there might be 1 or 2 people who may not be able to suit them. So what happens, they may say, okay fine, I drank the water, I didn't feel anything. Now it's still okay. But personally what I would recommend is, it's always you need to try, you need to get inside and then see. See, if at all in a pond you want to see the depth of water, you should put your foot into it, then only you'll know how much is the depth of water. So in the same way, unless you drink it, you experience it, you will not be able to speak to people. Like in my case, for me, it's not at all a problem talking about this water and then letting people that why they should drink the water. There are a lot of good things, and the moment you say that these are the benefits, these are the good things, but of course we don't talk about the disease. I wouldn't talk about a disease that drink this water, this disease will go. That I won't tell. But I will say, when you drink this water, there's a lot of beautiful things happening inside you. In fact, your cells are more happier. When your cells are more happier, of course you will feel much more healthier. Now saying that, what do we need to do? Very simple. Being wise is a choice of every human being. You have to be very, very wise, because as I told you, the WhatsApp bombarding newses, the Facebook, the other social Instagram, it is always there. So what you need to do, the ABC of life is, you have to be always careful on the guarded side, where you need to see what is the best options available. Now drinking appropriate amount of water daily and hydrating yourself is very, very important. That's a clue I can give you, that you can stay without eating food, but you cannot stay without drinking water, because the moment you stop drinking water, your kidney starts failing. It will start slowing down because you're not drinking water. Now, this is something which, if you say, maybe in the year 2000, the number of patients or number of people who had kidney failure or who were on dialysis was much less. But today, you see, quite a good number of cases, suddenly the kidney is not working. You just go to the doctor and say, hey, your kidneys are not functioning, you need to go for a dialysis, your creatinine level is very high. From where? This person doesn't have a diabetes, this person doesn't have a blood pressure, and then from where did they get a kidney failure? Now, this is where, in a long run, if you see, there are a lot of small things happening in your body. I would say one of the main reasons is, if you are not drinking sufficient amount of water on a daily basis, in a long run, definitely it hampers. The cellular hydration is something which you and I can prevent it. Now, how do you know the cellular hydration was? All the while, nobody was talking about cellular hydration. Everybody was talking about alkaline water, magnetized water, ozonized water, filtered water, clean water. All these were there, but who was talking about the cell, the hydration, and show you, okay, fine, we do one drop of blood, and then show you, okay, fine, you drink this water, and after 20 minutes, your hydration can be seen. Now, this is what I, for the first time, when I saw in 2020, October 6th, I still remember the date, and first time I am seeing my own this one, and then seeing, wow, something very unique, where you can see, and you drink the water and you can see all the cells being hydrated. So in that way, hydration plays such a very important role. Now, the other thing is, in every situation, we have to be calm, and we should be in the wisdom mode. Like today, as of 2nd of January, of course there are a lot of challenges you're going to face. Number one, of course, we are all supposed to take the booster vaccination. Number 3, number 4, number 5, we do not know how many more vaccination is going to come. There are a lot of restrictions for people to travel. Yes, these are all, it's going to be a challenge situation. So how do we handle it? Just be calm. Everything will be sorted out one by one. I think everybody, right from the government to the doctors to the everywhere, if you see, there are a lot of situation challenging for them also, for you also, and for me also. It is a challenge, but as an individual human being, what do? You have to be calm. Number one, just be calm. Whatever your daily routine, take care of yourself, wearing a mask, when you go outside, washing your hands, being clean, especially your clothes when you go out and come back, because we really do not know from where what is going to come. We really do not know. So just take care of that. But other than that, there is something which you and I can do, is proper breathing techniques, because most of us, even today I had few students who had come, I was talking to them about the breathing techniques. Now, breathing is something which is so easy, simple. Why you cannot breathe in and breathe out properly is because we never practice it. We have taken breathing for granted, most of us. What we do, we don't even know how much of air is going in, how much of air is coming out, how much of oxygen, we do not know. And imagine if there is a probable digital thing, you keep it in your pocket, and then it always goes on, shows you, hey man, your oxygen level is low, you better do proper breathing technique, and then you will at least be active, and then you will start doing breathing. But our body is so beautiful, it will never talk to you, it will never tell you that the level is so low, but it will give you signs and symptoms. Like, for example, if you are yawning, one of the clue, if you are yawning, what happens? The message is your brain is having low oxygen. That's it. Now, if your brain is having low oxygen, what you need to do? You just need to do some breathing exercise, and then take an extra oxygen, and then give extra oxygen to your brain. That's it. Very simple, isn't it? Now, like this, how many of us are able to understand what the body is talking to us and then responding to it? Another example, you feel thirsty, right? Now, do you immediately drink water the moment you are feeling thirsty? Most of the times you will not drink water. The reason is, either probably you are outside. What you will see a 99 market or a 7-Eleven. What you do, just go down there, pick one Coca-Cola, pick one aerated drink, and then just gulp it in, and then you move forward. Do you think your thirst is quenched? No. But this is what is the situation everywhere. Now you go to McDonald's, you go to KFC. Do you think they will give you water to drink? Even though water is very cheap and it's not going to be a very expensive thing, why they don't keep water for you to drink? Even if you have to wait in this organization for 10 minutes or 15 minutes for your product to be delivered, what they will do, they will give one big glass of Coke or whatever the aerated drink they have, they will give you free, you can just drink it up. But do you think your body needs an aerated drink? No. But everybody is doing that. Today it's become a fashion, where you just carry one Coke in your, and that too, they won't even say Coca-Cola, they will say Coke. Now that's a kind of tuning most of us have done. We have to change. Drink water wherever possible. Now, when you're going out, why you cannot drink tender coconut, which is easily available on the streets? 4 ringgits 50 cents you pay, you get a tender coconut. Instead of drinking an aerated drink, if you drink tender coconut water, at least you feel healthy, isn't it? Okay, fine, you don't want to drink tender, it's still okay, but drink normal water, lah. At least a filtered water which is available, you drink. Why not? It's available, isn't it? So in that way, if you look at, we need to change, we need to be wise in what we are doing. Then coming to our eating habits, you have to eat a lot of vegetables and fruits for you to be calm as well. It will help you to be calm. Now, in that way, why not 70% of your food habits have vegetables and fruits? The remaining 30% you want to have a non-vegetarian. It's still okay, no issues at all. Other than that, what happens as you go through your journey? Now, this 2 years, as I told you in the COVID, don't you think we all become more experienced in our journey of life? We became more wiser. How we became more wiser? In these 2 years, I think many of you, including me, I stopped shopping. I never went out for shopping. In fact, I'm managing the whole 2 years with either 3 shirts or 4 shirts and 2 pants and shoes. Absolutely one shoe. Just wear that and move around. Because half the time in Zoom, we are just with only upper part of the body. Even if you don't wear anything, nobody's bothered. Now, in that way, we have changed the way we are. So we have become more wiser. So the spending outside unnecessarily has cut down. But as of January today, now don't you think when you go to a Giant or a Tesco, when you see the pricing, what was 21 ringgits? Today, when you see the pricing is almost 34, 35 ringgits. How come a 21 ringgits product is being sold for 30? What's the percentage of increase? It's exponential. 100% or 2, I don't know. But it is very, very expensive. So what happens? Definitely you wouldn't like to spend more. You would like to cut down. What is necessary only you will do. So definitely you're wiser one. Now, we have to learn and learn. Maybe 2022 we are still hanging on with the COVID situation and we do not know how long this will go on, what we are going to do. But the best option for you and me, be a student. Be a student in the school of beautiful situation called God on this planet Earth. Once you are a student, the very simple thing what will happen is you will play with the 3 things: your desire, your action, and your knowledge. These are the 3 things. Very simple. So when we start moving on this, what happens? Our journey becomes much more easily moving forward. Now there is another area. What you cannot control. Why do you want to stress yourself? Don't push yourself. What you need to do? There are certain regulations you need to follow. You better follow it. You cannot avoid it. You cannot run it. For example, you go to any shop. You're supposed to, scan or write down there, put your temperature and move forward. Have you ever seen anybody checking your temperature properly? They don't even bother. You just put your phone. It's become like we all like herds. I feel sad sometimes, but that's the way it is. Have you seen the herd of sheeps? What they do? One sheep goes and just scratches its back on one particular the rock down there. The remaining 100 also will do the same thing. And today it has become like that. What you and I are doing, wherever you go, one automatic your temperature machine is kept, and like stupid we just go put our head there, check the temp. Now is the machine working properly? We do not know. But at the end of the day, who is monitoring it? We do not know. But you are supposed to write down there. Now what you need to do? We can't do anything. We have to just follow, because there are a strict fine which is being imposed on people who don't follow, whether you or the shopkeeper. Everybody are. So what happens? Whether you like it or not, we all have to follow, because that's the governing body has put the rule. So we have to follow. So in that way, don't stress too much. Go with the flow. life will be much more easier. Now your health is in your hands once again. Now, does it mean that the moment you have health in your hands, what you want to do? Like this man having one big sheet of paper, which one to do? What priorities you want to go? Don't get confused. Do not get information from the Google University or all the other WhatsApp and other medias. You need to know where to cut short. You need to know where you need to pick up the information. Pick it up, move forward, and stop comparing. Most of the time, we are human beings. We definitely would like to compare. There are a lot of products available, like hydrogen water is available, Kangen water is available. There are so many water filtrations available. Everything is there. Terahertz is one of the water available. Now, what has come to you? What you need to do? What are the good things available in this? If it is simple, easy handling, and simple to move forward, go with it. Because there will be another product with have probably one more good benefit out of the water when you drink. Now, does it mean that you're going to jump from this to there and then go buy that particular product and then try to? No, we are not going to do that. But by chance, if you think you want to do that, going and buying that particular, it's still okay. Go and do it. You feel happy. You feel heartful happiness that you want to buy that product and use it and then move forward. Absolutely no issues at all. So at the end of the day, when you look at why do you want to buy this device or why do you want to drink this water, is because you want to become a healthy individual. Because that is our main criteria. You want to become a healthy individual because water is an important epigenetic factor for you to become healthy. Very simple. Now, when water is an important, so you just screen up, open up and see, okay, what are the available products in the market which gives me a good health, which is reasonably priced, where I can afford for it, and then by drinking that water, if I can get a good health, why not? Now, when you're drinking and then you get some benefits for your diseases, maybe your diabetics improved, fantastic, maybe your blood pressure improved, very good, when your heart condition is much better, fantastic, then you don't fall sick, your immune system is much better by drinking this water, fantastic. Now, just today I had one person, she was telling me, doctor, I really don't know why my dad always say, you're buying this water, it's very good. The Terahertz water, she takes it from me, and every time he drinks and say, I want this water. Now, what is that he is feeling? She also feels, my dad feels very good, doctor. That's the reason he just wants to drink the water. So I'm just giving. Now, just imagine that person has not gone into the details of why should I drink this water? Will it help my diseases? Nothing. The doctor went and gave, Daddy, this is a good water. You just try to drink and then let's see. So he just drank the water. From that day, it's almost 3-4 months. He's just buying the water from me and drinking the water. Like that, people are there who are just going with the flow. They heal much better. They get some better benefits when they are drinking the water. Now, this is something I think you and I would definitely wish to fly, isn't it? See, it's been 2 years, we can't fly out of the country, we can't go for a holiday properly. Of course, within Malaysia, we all can go, but still, when you look at the thing, going out of country is still a challenge for every one of us. It is a challenge, but what to do? We all have to wait. Now, what do? We need to do something when it comes up to our health, isn't it? Now, the best option available from my side, what I would recommend would be is get into the cellular health. Cellular health is something at the cell level. It's like the energy. If you're talking about energy, it's the atom. Atom is the smallest, wherein the electrons, protons, and neutrons are there swirling around. It's there. The same way, if you look at the human body, is such a huge body, but everything starts from your one cell. Each of us have almost 50 trillion cells in our body. They are doing their own job. None of you know how each cell is functioning. None of you know how the kidney is functioning, including, I also don't go inside and see, but because in my MBBS I have studied how the kidney function, I know a little bit. But many times we don't know. So what do we do with the cellular health? How do you know the cellular health? Yes, there are a lot of situations where you can do, like the epigenetic hair analysis, the bioresonance quantum analysis. You can do a microcirculation. You can do a Hunter's bioresonance, where it checks, it's a 9D bioresonance testing. Even you can give your saliva and do a DNA testing. We all can do all this. There are methodologies available to check your health. Now, what is easily available within your reach, in your place, wherever you are staying? Just get it done, and then you see how you can move forward. Now, this is the most beautiful part of every human being. We all need to know that. You want to become healthy. What do you need to do? You want to eat, right? Everybody wants to eat a healthy food, yes. But in that situation, there is something which we need to, or probably in my practice, what I notice is you need to detox your body regularly to remove the toxins. Toxins gets collected whether you like it or not. The lead poisoning, the mercury poisoning, the cadmium poisoning, the arsenic poisoning, the aluminum poisoning, it goes on in your body right from the day you're born. Here something is going on inside our body. So how do you remove? You have to remove the toxins. Without removing the toxins, without removing the chemicals, without removing the bacteria, you will not be able to move forward. Like uh, one of the cases today is where I checked and then I noticed was this person is in her late 20s. Now one of the main situation is the bowel habits are irregular bowel habits. Now when you have a irregular bowel habits, and when I did that bio-resonant testing, I could see that there are a lot of bad bacteria in the stomach, in your intestines. If your bad bacteria is in your intestine, now why does the bad bacteria grow? Very simple, because your bowel habits is not regular. Automatically the toxins are staying back, automatically the bacteria multiply. It's automatic actually. Now unless you have a problem, you will not go to a doctor, isn't it? You may have a little stomach discomfort, maybe a little diarrhea and uneasiness, but do you think you'll go and see a doctor? Hey doc, my stomach is okay. Fine, you did go to a doctor. What will happen? He will just put his hand on the stomach and then say, yeah, there is a little bloating sensation. What will happen? Because you don't give a diarrhea history, what they will do, probably there is some gaseous distension, they will give some charcoal tablets or some medicines to remove your gaseous distension, or sometimes they will put you on some gastritis. But in reality, what is happening there to this particular person is the bad bacteria are multiplying inside. Now, how do we do that? One of the simplest way for you to remove the toxins from our body is fasting. Very simple. Now, you would have all heard of, fasting is of course on a religious ground. It's there. Some people do it for health wise, but for your body to remove the toxin, fasting is one of the easiest method. There's something called intermittent fasting. They call it as intermittent. I don't know what intermittent they do, but intermittent fasting is something like what I normally recommend is from today 8 o'clock until the next day 12 o'clock, you don't have anything. But in this simple cases, what I would advise is you have to start with drinking probably fruit juices, vegetable juices in the morning. No heavy food. That's the only criteria is do not have any heavy meal. Even at 12 o'clock when you're going to break your fast, it can be only with little bit of vegetables, fruits, and lot of terahertz water. Now this is what I recommend for the fasting. Now when you do fasting, automatically your body starts pushing out all the toxins into the kidneys and then throws it out. Some toxins will go through your gut system, and when you do some exercise, of course it comes as sweat, and through the breath also the toxins can come out. There are different ways the body will throw it out. Now, other than fasting, what do you need to do? Drinking sufficient amount of water. So you want to do fasting, one of the easiest thing I would recommend would be is just go with terahertz resonated water. Drink the terahertz red all through the you can do that for the whole day also. Don't eat any food, just drink water, drink water, drink water, nothing else. So when you do this also, there are a lot of toxins, there are a lot of rejuvenation taking place. Now when you drink this resonated water, and then imagine you're going to drink fruit juice, or probably vegetable soups, or probably semi-cooked, cooked vegetable, semi-cooked, or even steamed vegetable. When you do this, of course the nutrition value of the vegetables what you eat is more. So when your body is under the condition where with optimal current available, with sufficient amount of water, it will just pick up all the nutrients and then push it into your system, wherein your cells become much more healthier. Now here, then you need to take a little bit of high fiber diet. Why do you need to take a high fiber diet? Is basically for you to have a proper bowel movements, because fiber is something which is very important for you. So for you to push your whatever digested food outside, you need high fiber. If fiber is not there, it becomes very hard, so your bowels cannot push it out. So that's why you need to have a lot of fiber. But what you have to do, number one, you have to remove all the canned and packed drinks. And if you see, for example, if you can take pekat susu, you mean the sweetened milk, or the dairy products. Have you ever seen the dairy product, the expiry date? Of course, expiry date they will put it maybe a year later or 6 months later. Now, for 6 months, if this particular product has to be doesn't get spoiled. Now, what does it mean? Something has to be added, isn't it? Some additive has to be added so that it is stable, it doesn't get spoiled. Other than that, you need to keep it in refrigerator for a long time. Now, when you're going to take products from a canned product or a product kept in the refrigerator, definitely it is not good for you. But in today's world, what do we do with a kind of situation? You need to buy vegetables, keep it in the fridge, because unlike those days where the vegetable vendor used to come every day near your home, you just buy the fresh vegetable, cook, and then you eat. So freshly you used to eat, but today we can't, because we have been living in cities, so we have to pick up the vegetable, keep it in the refrigeration, and then of course every day use it. So that is still accepted. But fresh food, when you prepare it and eat it, is always better for you. So you want to become healthier, remove the toxins, do some fasting weekly once at least, do the fasting, practice that. Whether you want to follow it as a religious purpose or non-religious, it doesn't matter, but please do the fasting. Drink sufficient amount of terahertz water. That is very important for you to stay hydrated and stay healthy. Eating vegetables and fruits, high fiber diet, and avoiding all the unwanted canned, pre-prepared food. Avoid it. You definitely can move forward. Now, with all this, I was talking to you about water and water and water. So what is that ideal drinking water? That means the water which can be drank. Today there are a lot of filtration system available in the market, wherein you just pay a amount of around 60 ringgits per month for 3 years to 5 years. The unit, they give it to you free, and totally they take care of you with the filtration system. Now these are all available in the market, and then what you can do is, it is good. What you need to do is, the filtered water what you drink is good, but if there is an option for you to resonate the water with terahertz, why not? Definitely it is better than drinking a bigger molecule. Now most of the time the filtered water will be a molecular size of around 100 to 120. That's the molecular size. If you're looking at our terahertz, the terahertz water is 7.6, much smaller. When it is so small, don't you think that it makes sense for you to easily consume? Your cells can get hydrated much more easily. So that's where the terahertz plays such an important role. But in general, if you look at what kind of pH your body needs, 7.4 to 8 is good enough. Your body, if you're going to drink a high alkaline water, your body may not need it. But if you are drinking, if you are eating food which is very acidic, if you are a person, you are eating all the time in a restaurant, what options do you have? You will have a high acidic situation in your body. So definitely you need to drink a little bit of alkaline water, which will balance your body. But if you are a person wherein you are taking a lot of vegetables, fruits, and you are living a balanced life, then your water pH need to be only 7.5 to 8. That's it, good enough. But if option is available, you already bought a machine little expensive, and then you have it at home, it's still okay. You still can drink 8.5 to 9 pH water, is still okay. You resonate it, but when you resonate it and when you drink it, it's definitely making the molecular structure much more smaller. But out there in the market, whatever the top class machines, the frequency of the water is somewhere between 50 to 55. So it's a little more bigger molecule. So when you resonate, it becomes a much more smaller molecule. That's an advantage of terahertz resonation. Next come your total dissolved solvents. Definitely it should be between 50 to 200 acceptable. Now for this, what you all can do is just buy this TDS meter, ORP meter, pH meter. It's all available in the market, and all 3-in-1 is available, which will, if you want a good one, it's around 100 to 150 ringgit you pay, you get a good one. You can check all the three. So whichever water you're drinking, just check the pH, check the TDS, check the ORP. Good enough. If your ORP is minus, is always better, because it will donate one oxygen molecule to your free radical. The damage, whatever oxidation happens, you need to give one oxygen molecule. That is where the ORP plays a very very important role, because you are getting a minus. Now imagine minus 100, minus 200, minus 300. Your water, if we can go up to even minus 1000. There are machines available where they have a very very high alkalinity, maybe between 12 to 13 the pH, and then the ORP will go very high. It can go up to 800 to 1000. That means it can donate more oxygen molecule. Now who should be drinking all this? It depends on the person. Maybe if you are in a stage 4 cancer, people have tried drinking that high alkaline water and they have improved. But what happens is, we do not know. You have to just give it a try, because we do not know how many cells in your body are oxidized, and then how many you are going to drink this water, and how much we do not know, because there are a lot of other factors which play a very very important role. Now other than that, drinking ideal water should be clean from any bacteria, because today, now with the flooding happening, what is happening? Definitely a lot of cases of typhoid, gastroenteritis, cholera, and dengue fever, all these will be rampant because of the stagnated water. Now this is where you definitely need to have a clean water, and it should not have parasites like tapeworm or ringworms. All these will be there, but we need to avoid having all that. That's why you need a proper filtration system. Now lastly, we should not have water which has got heavy metals. This is very very important. Heavy metals like lead, like mercury. But how are you going to know whether your water is having all this or not? Definitely you and I, nobody will spend money, go and check our water every time whether it is having heavy metals or chemicals or pesticides. We don't do that. But there is something what you can see is, you see the tap water directly when whatever the supply by the municipality down here. Now you just catch the water and then see the color of the water. It will be in brown color. Now do you think the brown color water is a clean water? No way. Definitely it will have all the heavy metals, because it is passing through all the rusted pipes down there, so it will carry the organisms, chemicals, everything will be there. So that is where you need to have a proper filtration system. The outside the house you should have one good filtration system, so that at least if it can clear up around 70 to 80% of the water is clean, and then it comes inside, and then you have another system inside for drinking water, wherein you have a system wherein it can be from Cove to any other filtration system, whatever you have your own. To have a separate filtered water is good enough. So that means you need to invest two filtration system. One is for the outside, one is for the inside. When you do this, you are at least assured that you are drinking an ideal drinking water, which is potable, which is good enough for your body. Now after getting the ideal water, if there is an option for you available for resonating the water with terahertz, why not? Terahertz is nothing but a structured water. Now, as I told you, 2022 we are already here. Terahertz technology is already there. For the past 2 years it's been there. A lot of people have come across, a lot of people have been benefited, a lot of people have been helped with diseases to overcome. It's there. But still, when you look at the population with 30 million in Malaysia, how many people know about this water? Still people don't know. Still people are looking at. The moment you say terahertz water, what is that water? They want to know more about it. Now there are a lot of products available, as I told you, the ionized water, magnetized water, ozonated water, now hydrogen water is also available. Everything has its own beautiful good things about it. But what I would concentrate and I would look into is, I have the terahertz resonator with me, so I'd rather look at what are the benefits I have with that water. Very simple. I do have an ionizer at home, but ionizer by itself, I know it can give me alkaline water, acid water, it can do that, but what better than that? If you look at the molecular structure, it cannot give me a very small molecular structure. That is when I need a terahertz resonator. Now that's when I would say, if there is something good in some one particular product, I rather stick to it and then move forward, so that life is much more easier. The moment you start comparing and start moving forward, definitely you will feel, hey, this is good, or this is good, or this is better, or that is better. It's always that confusion, like a monkey mind will be confusing. But it's okay. You choose what is good for you. You have all the rights, you have all the wisdom to know what is right and what is good for you. Choose it. But here on this platform, we have something called Terahertz technology. We are using the technology to resonate the water, and we have not just one two testimonies or one two people who have been benefited. There are thousands and thousands of people who have been benefiting, who are benefited. So what's a big deal? There is some good things about this. So if it is good, why not we recommend, and why not we let know people that it is available. Now this resonator, if you see, of course, it's something very cheap. Very cheap means, what I see is, if you look at the pricing, of course, it may look a little expensive, but when you look at the benefits of it, and when you compare that the benefits with the other products available, definitely this is much cheaper, much economical, where you can get more benefits by using this resonator for your own self. And the best part it is portable and easily carryable. Wherever you want to go, carry it and go resonate it and drink the water. It's so easy. And if at all, if you want to give it to your friends also, you carry the instrument, resonate in their home, and then give it to them, let them drink the water. So what are the areas? The most of the time the benefits is for your cells. It becomes more healthier. Now what happens when the healthier the cells, what happens, the functionality of the cells are much better. When the functionality of the cells are much better, do you think the disease will get controlled? Definitely, because your cells are more healthier, your immune system is much more healthier. If at all you have some diseases also, what will happen is the disease starts coming down. For example, maybe your sugar reading was 10 to 12 initially before drinking the water, but after drinking the water it can be around 7 to 8, or maybe 6 to 7. That means there is some benefit happening there. Now when there is a benefit happening there, continue drinking water, continue taking your medicine, and probably after some time you may have to reduce the medicine. This is what will happen. You need to reduce the medicine. So this is where you can have a better control of diseases. Now if you are having some illness, you have to better get into wellness. Now other than that, I was talking to you about detox, isn't it? Now there is a natural detox. When you drink this water itself, it will go on detox. It will go push all the toxins outside. So when the benefit is there through a natural detox, why not? So drink sufficient amount per day, then automatically your body can detox. Now nutrient absorption is much better when you drink this water. Why? Because it penetrates inside the cell. The cell is ready. You are eating the nutrition. Automatically the nutrition converts it into amino acid and into a smaller peptide molecule. And when it goes inside, your cells picks it up. So that means nutrition also. If at all, probably you're eating a raw carrot and there is some vitamin A in it, right? Now when you are drinking this water and when you are taking the carrot, the absorption of vitamin A might be a little more better than before. Why? Because your cells are active. The cells can pick the vitamin A from your carrot. So this is how better nutrient absorption. Other than this, you can spray it for your hair, you can spray it for your face, you can spray it on your wounds. In fact, I have tested on a lot of patients wherein on the wound we have sprayed it and then we have done the dressing. The healing is much faster and much better. Terahertz can be used for bathing as well. It's just fantastic when you take Terahertz water. But only thing is, of course, you need to, Terahertz, put it in a thing, and then, the amount of water you need, it is a little more. But it is worthwhile drinking. At least maybe weekly once you can do the Terahertz water bathing. Why not? It will definitely better. Because the most beautiful advantage I noticed was when you're having the Terahertz water in hand and then put a little bit of one drop of even that liquid soap and then you rub your palm. What happens is the total lather created is quite high with this Terahertz water. So that means the soap what you use also, you don't need to, for example, if you're using a soap for 1 month and then you're using Terahertz water for your face and then you're using the soap, probably you will be using the soap for 1.5 months, because you use lesser amount of that particular soap, and then more of lather automatically comes because of the molecular structure. It can be used for plants. Plants grow much better. In fact, I can show you this one sometime, wherein my plants are growing very well. I am using Terahertz water as a spray, and then to this one also I am using. So in that way there are a lot of benefits available when you are drinking this water. Now, if anybody is going to talk to you, you need to let them know that your water, like your Terahertz resonated water, has some qualities. Okay, what are the qualities? They're very simple. This water has got a good antibacterial effect, antiviral effect, antifungal effect. It has got an antioxidant effect. It has got an anti-radiation effect. It has got a low viscosity. Now, this is the most beautiful part is the low viscosity, because as of today in the market, when you look at the viscosity, minus 680 is the highest what we have in the market for any, especially water. Now, minus 680 is very slippery, something like very slippery, and a very very small molecule is our 7.6 hertz is something very very small. And then of course the angulation of the water molecule H2O is, it increases by 5. So what happens, the hardness of water, as I told you, see, if the hard water is there, when you take a little soap, it won't be sufficient. You have to take more soap and then go on rubbing to get the lather. That is hardness of water. Now, when you have soft water, which is what has resonated, what happened? The lather is more, so it is soft water. Other than that, what will happen is you will definitely get the benefit of absorption of all the minerals. That's naturally, as I told you, nutrient absorption is much better, and the absorption is something much more better than a normal water. If you're drinking 1 glass of Terahertz water, is something like equal to 3 glass of normal water, because the normal water is a bigger molecule. This one is a smaller molecule. So if the water absorption is 3 times faster, don't you think the basal metabolic rate, wherein your cell function is much faster, much better? Yes, definitely yes. And this particular water molecule is all linear. That means they're all standing in one line. So automatically they go inside your cells, and then automatically you get hydrated. Beautiful, isn't it? And these are all something like the support to your telomere in your DNA, and the energy fields is definitely there when you drink this water. So there are a lot of good qualities. So when you have so many good qualities, why not drink this water? And connecting to nature is awareness. We all have to connect to nature, and Terahertz is something like connecting to nature, because it's something like life. It's there, and the beauty is 7.6 is the frequency of our cells, which can pick it up very easily. It's a nature's way of. So when you look at the low frequency oscillation is between 0.5 to 15, and our living cell resonate between 0.3 to 13. So that means our 7.6 is all within the range of our normal cells. So that's why when you are drinking this water, there's a lot of good benefit by drinking this low frequency water, wherein there's it gets much the benefits to the cells is much better than drinking a bigger molecule. Now, this is something, as a doctor, afterwards I need to let you people know, is you have to be a little careful. Where you need to be a little careful, especially when you're talking to people who have chronic diseases, especially we are having problem for 10 years, 15 years, diabetes, your blood pressure, cardiac problem, all these, when they have, just a little be careful. What does that being careful I mean to say is, start with lower amount. It's not that I'm saying don't drink the water. You should drink the water. You can drink the water. How much do you drink? Start with a lower amount, maybe 250 ml to 500 ml, and slowly increase it. And especially people with lot of complication, like for example, if a person just recently admitted in ICU, that he just recovers and then he comes out, then what you need to, with the anxiety of doing good, just don't go pump in our water and then come back. What you need to do is, if at all you want to give them the water, what they can do is, if some major illness and they have come back, they can take 50% of the normal water, 50% of the Terahertz water, mix it up, start drinking that water. Slowly your body needs to adapt. And especially people with heart problem, lung problem, kidney issues, you have to be a little more careful in giving some guidelines and assistance to them, because the moment they drink water, they will have problem. Then once they have a problem, then automatically they will blame the water, they will blame you that you gave the water, and this is a problem they face. So that's where you need to be a little cautious in letting know that yes, they can, but they need to balance what they are going to do. And this is something which you can prove it, you can show it. Your cells are clumped on the left side. On the right side, what you see, there is a cellular good hydration, and you do see a star like thing on the thing, is basically is, it's for dehydration. That means the cells really need more water. You need to drink more water. Now, what is that you can and you cannot? So if at all, if you are looking at the tips, what I wish to give is, what you can do is, number one, the water must be pre-filtered before you resonate the water. Very important. At least if you have two filtration, one outside and one inside filtration system, is good for you. Number two, if at all if you have a reverse osmosis or any other, especially the reverse osmosis, and if it is fit with added minerals and you resonate, definitely it's very good. But by chance, if your reverse osmosis doesn't have a mineral content in it, it is just a bland water, you can always buy the mineral drops which is available, the sea minerals, all in a smaller bottle. Just you drop it in the water, and then you resonate. Drink that water is much instead of just drinking a plain bland water wherein there is no minerals, is not good for your kidneys also. So you have to be a little, you should know, especially filtration system. When you buy, you better ask them. If it is a reverse osmosis, tell them, does it have a, ask them whether it has a separate candle for mineral content. It will be there, because now they also know that just plain blank drinking reverse osmosis water is not good. So in that way, it is always better you have a filtration system with minerals added to it. Now, if you have an ionized water system, use a pH of between 8 to 8.5 is good enough, but you can try with 9 to 9.5 H, is nothing wrong. But it's your body, you need to see what is the benefit you will get if you drink more of. As I told you before, if you are drinking, if you are eating a lot of acidic food, yes, you definitely need to have a little bit of alkaline water, is much more better. But there's something where if you have filtration, like you go to your friend's house and you want to resonate, and if you're confident that the filtration system is good enough, please resonate and give them. And it's always better, do not collect the river water or from natural sources and then directly resonate, because we really do not know the content, especially is there any poisoning, heavy, we do not know. So it's always better, use a filtration system, clean it up, and then you resonate. It is much better. And especially if you're buying bottled drinks from the market, look into the reputed company and pick it up. And definitely what you cannot do, do not collect the water directly from tap without any filtration system and resonate. Do not do. And if by chance you do not know the source of water, then also don't do. And water with impurities like heavy metals, you suspect that it is there, do not. Uncontaminated water, do not. Even boiled water from tap directly, like many of the people, they think that direct tap water, you boil it and you can drink it. I would say no, no, no. The reason is why I say no is, see, when you're drinking a tap water directly, it has all the heavy metal. When you boil the water, what is the only benefit you get is all the bacteria may be killed. That's it. Once the bacteria are killed, you think the water is drinkable, isn't it? No, because this tap water contains a lot of heavy metals, pesticides, all will be there. So how are you going to drink the water? When you drink that water, it is a poison you're drinking. So better invest in a filter, is always good for you in a long run. So looking for a filtration system, that's the cheapest you can do. Is even a Panasonic filtration system is available for 200 to 250 ringgits. Just buy one, fix it, and at least something is better than nothing. Who can drink the water? Every human being needs water to drink, right? So everybody should be able to drink. The only thing is, if you have diseases, you have to start with a lower one, and then if you don't have a disease, then of course you can start off with a little higher side, and then you have to adjust your body. Your body needs to adjust. So that's why what we do is, you have to add the Terahertz water into your body system so that it adapts itself. So start with 250 ml or 500 ml, 7 to 10 days, and then later on increase it. But those with diseases, it's always better you take the doctor's opinion, or the right people down there who will guide you how much you are supposed to, and then move forward. Now, very important right now, the final message is, you need to be aware in your day-to-day life. You have to be aware. There are a lot of information available in the market down there, but awareness means what you need, what you don't need. You need to know, have a filtration system. The best thing I would give an example is for a chicken. You mix a little bit of mud and with the food, and then you put it there. The chicken will clear up the mud and the stones and then eat only the food. A three-sensed animal can do that, whereas you and I are all six-sensed human beings. We are supposed to be much evolved. We are supposed to be much intelligent. So when you have so much of beautiful things with God's creation, why aren't you aware? Why do you blame the situation outside which you can't do anything? So you create the awareness within you and you know what you need to do. You choose what you need to do. Collect the information, the knowledge. As I told you, you can have the desire. You put in the action, collect the information, and once you collect the information, it's your own gut feeling which will make you feel, hey, okay, fine, I'm going for this. It's you who have to decide. So anything you do in awareness is good for you. In the pursuit of cure, always, for example, you have diabetes. You want to, of course, clear diabetes. And you have been having the disease for how many years? 10 years, 15 years? And suddenly you will come one day and say, Doctor, I want to get free from diabetes. Is it possible? No. It will take some time, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months. How much efforts are you going to put? If I, as a doctor, if you're going to come to me and then I'm going to give you medicine and then I'm going to give you nutrition, you think everything is going to change? No. You need to take responsibility. What responsibility? Regular breathing exercise, regular walking, regular exercise, flexibility exercise, toning, then strengthening of your muscle. All these you need to do. Food habits you need to do. You can't be eating your food at 10 o'clock at night time. No way. You have to eat your dinner by say 7 to 8. There is nothing like supper. You cannot. You can't be eating your food at 12 o'clock midnight. No way. So like this, when you have a disciplined lifestyle, journey will be much more easier. So you should know what information you're going to collect from Google or WhatsApp or on the online, and you should know what you should not. And if by chance you have a doubt, you always have your beautiful good friends with you. Call them up and ask them, hey, look, this is this. What suggestion do you have? What do you have? So it's always collective information is always better. So looking for a healing solution for the body, the mind, and the soul, 3 in 1, is always better. Holistic approach is always better, and it happens only when you are aware. Awareness is something which you need to have. So what you need to do, you have to balance. You 100% have to balance. What is best for you, you decide. What's good for you, you decide. And what is the decision you need to make today, you decide. I have given you all the information about the water, the products, what is available, what kind of water you need to drink, what are the things you cannot do. All this I have already given. But at the end of the day, it's you have to balance, you have to decide. So when you have to do this, my humble request to every one of you is hydrate your body, drink sufficient amount of water, and take care of your health. Have more of vegetables, more of fruits. Be calm all the time. Outside one, don't bother. Be calm and start working your inward journey and pick a lot of information which your own intuition will give you and your gut feelings will tell you. And with the right kind of friends, with the right kind of people around you, you will get the right guidance. So wishing you all the very best and fantastic year ahead, and I hope that 2022 will give a lot of good things, a lot of beautiful platform for you to earn more and become more healthier and with abundance of wealth, health, and joy, peace, and happiness. I wish to see you all back once again next week. Until then, thank you very much, and then get back to you next week. Thank you, Brian. Take over, please.
Thanks, Doctor. Thanks for great sharing. So tonight I get one thing. So I get most important for me. There's a cycle of life. Okay, desire, action, and knowledge, which is we in this industry, right? We really need this. Okay, a lot of people they have two, but they don't have the third one, which is knowledge. They have desire, they have action, but when they go to share with their friends and their relative, right, about our terrace water, they don't have the knowledge. They don't know how to overcome their question. So this is the most a lot of people lack of knowledge. So for those newcomer, okay, for new members, okay, so our mostly all our Zoom sharings we have recording in our Facebook groups, okay. So you can go to our Facebook groups, okay, to rewatch all the Zooms sharing for Dr. Prabhu sharings, for Mandarin sharing, for Malay sharings, okay. So you have time when you have free times, okay, while you cooking, while you're driving, okay. Some people while in workshop also watching videos, okay. So spend most of your time to learn if you are desire to build this industry. Okay. So here, doctor, there's a question for you, which from Xiaomei. Okay. Dear Doctors Prabhu, what is your view about using RO water to Terahertz device?
Yeah, I mentioned very clearly. RO
Yeah.
water is not at all a problem. You can, but what is happening is reverse osmosis, as far as my knowledge goes, is it's a bland water. It doesn't have minerals when the water comes out after the reverse osmosis. So what they need to do is, if they have already existing reverse osmosis, they have to call up the company, ask them, is a
Mm.
candle fixed inside with the minerals? If it is there, good enough. If no minerals is there, ask the company to add on, because there is an external mineral candle available. You just fix that, then get the mineral water out, and then when you resonate is worthwhile. Because drinking a bland water directly to your kidneys is not at all good. It is definitely not good. So they have to look into what is the product they have, and then accordingly they need to just adapt to the newer version. That means they have to add the candle with minerals, nothing else.
Yeah. Okay. So I think for those first trial, okay, start from 250 ml first, okay, to let your body used to it about our terrace water. Slowly you increase the volume until, like me, now say is about 4 liters. If I at home, I can drink until 6 liters per day. So you can try it, okay, start from small volume, okay.
There's
Normally, what's water like, doctor?
No, there's something which I want to share here is
Hmm.
that's the best way for us to start off little and then move forward. It's easy for your body to adapt, because all the while you have been drinking a bigger water molecule and suddenly you're giving a smaller water molecule, it goes inside very fast. Even your body will be wondering what is happening, why this new guy is coming so fast inside. It's like tsunami going inside. So your body needs a little adaptation, so you have to go slow. But there are some situations like today also there was one person telling me, doctor, after drinking this water for 3 days I feel very sleepy, doctor. I said, why you should, in fact, after drinking the water you should feel healthy, isn't it? You should feel energetic, because this water is a high energy one. The only direct answer I gave them is, you are not a healthy individual. So if you are not a healthy individual, you will feel a little lethargic, you will feel little sleepy, a little uneasiness. But outside you will say, I am very healthy, I have no problem, all this will happen. But just drinking this water, why should you feel sleepy? You should not actually. You should feel more healthy. So what I was telling them was, continue drinking water, number one. Number two, your body needs nutrition. So you need to find out what nutrition is deficiency, because most of the people who come to me, when I see the very commonly deficiency, I'll just describe. Number one, vitamin C deficiency, 100%. Number two, B complex, B1, B3, and B6, very common, and B12 deficiency, very very common. Other than that, vitamin E, very common. Other than that, coenzyme 10, this is another very very common problem we face. So it's always better to support your body with all these. Just imagine your vitamin C. How many of us we would have seen everybody taking, doctor, I'm taking 1000 milligrams of vitamin C every day, and they come to me for testing and I test 100% vitamin C deficiency. So where is the vitamin C going in? Every day they're taking 1000. Now this is where they should understand that the synthetic, whatever products available in the outside market, your cells is not picking up the vitamin C. When your cells are not picking up, you still will have deficiency. When you have deficiency, one of the simple example I'll give you, vitamin C, your immune system will be low. If vitamin C less, your vessel wall will be more stiff, so your blood pressure can go up. These are all simple problems I'm talking. And if your immune system is low, you can fall sick very easily. You just drink water, immediately you will feel sore throat. So in that way, it's always better, you should know your body before you complain about the products outside.
All right. Thanks, doctor. So I think that's all for tonight. Then yes, the English Zoom, Malay Zoom, Mandarin Zooms all in the same Facebook group. Okay, you can review the previous with last year. last year, the last whole years, all the Zoom sharing is inside. Okay, so I think that's all for tonight. Thanks, doctor, for your time. Okay, thanks all the participants for spending your time for tonight's Zoom sharing. See you next week for Dr. Prabhu Zooms. Okay,
Thank
see you
you.
again, doctor.